In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible free team right now in NBA 2K23 Myteam. This is honestly going to be such a good squad for completely free. Yes, some of these cards you can't obtain right now, but overall, it's going to be all free cards in this lineup. So at the starting point guard position is going to be the Galaxy Pete Maravich. I was really surprised with how many good free cards, especially we've gotten recently, Season 4 and Season 5 in my team. So at the starting point guard position, like I said, is going to be the Galaxy Pete. I still feel like he's one of the better point guards in the game, being 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan. He kind of got screwed over dropping right before the out of position drop, and we got all of those amazing point guards like Jimmy Butler, Sengun, Scotty Barnes, Draymond, Luke Walton, even Matisse Thybulle. Like, we just got so many good point guards and already had Magic Johnson, Ben Simmons, LaMelo, those top tier guys. But I still feel like Pete Maravich, with his offense and just his three hunting, is still going to be a top 10 point guard in the game. And especially for being free, I do believe he's the best free point guard in the game. I mean, he's got some amazing dribble sigs with the MJ dribble style, Zach LaVine size up, and the Trae Young escape. I mean, those are very good sigs, especially for your point guard. And then he also does have the Trae Young leaner, which is really good for three hunting, and a pretty solid jump shot with the Ray Allen base and Marcus Morris Sr. upper. I'm not exactly sure what that looks like in game, I do know what it looks like in game because I've used this card, and I do think it's a very good jump shot. But what I'm saying is, before I use Pete Maravich, didn't really know too much about the Marcus Morris Sr. upper, and I feel like it's actually pretty solid in game, and just all around he's actually going to be a very solid defender, and in my opinion is the best free point guard in the game. But at the shooting guard position, now this isn't the best free shooting guard, but for the lineup I want to run specifically, I think Ray Allen has to be on the starting lineup, because we'll talk about who's going to be at the backup 2 and the backup 3. So I don't think Ray Allen is the best free shooting guard in the game, but I think he's probably number 2 and still a very good offensive shooting guard, being 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan. And just like Pete Maravich, is still going to be a very good offensive card for being free. He's got a 95 driving dunk, 93 vertical, but we know Ray Allen is going to be mainly a three hunter with a 99 three ball and a 98 mid range. He's also got Hall of Fame Agent 3, amps to blinders, catch and shoot, corner specialist, deadeye, and limitless range as well. And then we take a look at his animations. Just like Pete Maravich does have that Ray Allen base, obviously because it is Ray Allen, so it's going to be on very quick timing, which is a very good release. And then just like Pete Maravich, has some amazing dribble sigs with the Steve Francis size up, Kobe escape, Dame behind the back, MJ dribble style, and the normal leaner. So we might be lacking a little bit of defense and height at the 1 and the 2, and that's why we're going to make up for it at the small forward and the power forward position. So at the 3, we're going to be going for probably the best free card in the game. Maybe, yeah, I would say he probably is the best free card in the game, which is going to be this Galaxy Purvis. I think he's an absolute beast at that small forward position, being 6'9" with a 7'1" wingspan. I mean, just his stats all around are so elite, being a 6'9" small forward, having a 94 block, 94 interior defense, also having a 95 steal and a 93 perimeter. I'm not sure if I said his name. It's Galaxy Purvis Ellison. Not sure if I did say who it actually was, but yeah, just all around as a card, I do think he's probably the best free card in the game, and I think at that small for position is going to be really good next to a card like Ray Allen and Pete Maravich. He's got great sigs, Steph Curry escape, which is really nice with that Curry slide, and obviously the Curry escape, and then he does have the Darius Garland size up, which is really good, and just a great jump shot with quick drops off 1 and the front clutches. So all around, one of the most souped up cards in the game, and I feel like Purvis Ellison has to be at that starting small forward spot. For me, at the power forward position, I will be going for another RNG card that just recently dropped, and that is going to be the Galaxy Danny Ferry. Now, I will say we probably are going to be a little bit undersized on this free squad, just because there's not too many great free centers in the game, and not really too many great free power forwards as well. So Danny Ferry is going to be playing the power forward position. Only being 6'10" is definitely going to be a little bit undersized, but I think his defense and just overall, I think the squad can play some really good team defense, and he does have a 7'2" wingspan. Like, for defensive purposes, he does have a 90 block, 90 steal, 90 perimeter defense, and a 90 interior as well. So it's not like he's a terrible defender and can't guard most power forwards in the game. It's just if you match up against a Kareem, a Taco Fall, a D-Rob, you're going to really struggle. But if you match a Jokic, a Yee, a Dirk Nowitzki, these type of power forwards, a Dino, you should be fine with running Danny Ferry at the power forward spot, and he's going to make up for it with his offense, because he's one of the better offensive cards in the game, and just one of the best free cards in my team in general. But at the starting center position, to help us out on the defensive side of things, once again, might be a tiny bit undersized, but we got to go with the Galaxy Kevin Garnett, probably the best free big man in the game if we're talking about a power forward and a center, because there's really not too many great options to go with. So I feel like KG is probably going to be our best choice choice next to Danny Ferry. Like I said, I think our team defense with Purvis Ellison, Danny Ferry, and KG might be able to get the job done at the 3 through 5. Definitely not going to have like a Taco Fall or Yao Ming to obviously match up against other Tacos and Yaos, but I still feel like this is going to be a very good defensive lineup and all around really nice on the offensive end. KG though it does have really good defense with a 97 block, 95 interior defense, and a 90 steal and a 90 perimeter. We all know KG, super athletic, good at finishing on the rim, and does have a good jump shot and very good dribble sigs for a card you're running at the center position. So offensively, I mean, this starting lineup offensively is an absolute powerhouse. Like if you can't put up at least like 70 points per game, 80 points per game with the squad in unlimited, I mean, like these are absolutely hoopers on the offensive end and should be able to score a lot of points with this starting lineup. And then off the bench, I feel like Russell Westbrook, even though he's super undersized nowadays and probably will get mashed a lot, is probably the second best free point guard in the game. If you guys think there's anybody else there, you know, as somebody else out there that is better than Russ for being free, you guys can let me know in the comment section down below. I can't think of anybody that's a better free point guard than Pete Maravich and Russell Westbrook. So I feel like you got to run with Russ. Even though he's only 6'3", he's gonna get mashed a lot and he's gonna be a liability on the defensive end. But offensively, he still probably is the best rim running point guard in the game, able to get to the basket and pretty much just dunk on everybody, and still has a very capable jump shot and all around really good stats and badges. Now for the bench, this is why I wanted to start Ray Allen and have these two cards off the bench, is because of the dynamic duo between Billy Knight and Mike Bantam. So I'll show you guys what I had originally before I change it. I was going to start, you know, Mike Bantam and start Billy Knight and then bring Danny Ferry to the bench and go with our power forward here in a second that'll show you guys. But I feel like I don't want to start Billy Knight and Mike Bantam and have, you know, Danny Ferry and Purvis Ellison on the bench. So I wanted to switch it up and start all of these guys at the 2, 3, and 4, and then have Billy Knight and Mike Bantam off the bench next to our power forward, who is going to be the Galaxy Yi, as I feel like that's a really good pairing with defense and offense. Billy Knight, Mike Bantam going to be very good defenders, especially with the dynamic duo added to the cards. They're going to be very elite on the defensive end. I mean, like Billy Knight's got a 93 steal, 95 lateral quickness, 93 perimeter, also having an 80 block and an 88 interior defense. And then if you count the dynamic duo as well, he's going to obviously have more badges, a +6 interior defense, which is really nice, and tons of Hall of Fame defensive badges. And then Mike Bantam at the small forward position, just like Billy Knight, going to be a very capable defender and gets more Hall of Fame defensive badges with the dynamic duo. So I feel like you want to have these guys on the same line, as I feel like if they were separated like this, it probably wouldn't be as good of a lineup. So I feel like having the duo off the bench would be the best possible scenario. And I know a lot of people are probably looking at this squad and being like, well, it's impossible to get Purvis Ellison, Danny Ferry, Mike Bantam, and Billy Knight because these cards are so rare and so hard to obtain. But I'm just building the best possible free team, not exactly saying some of these cards are super easy to get, but they are considered free in game. But yeah, Galaxy Yi is going to be at the power forward position, a very good pick and pop power forward, and still really good on the offensive end. And then to round off the squad, there was a couple different guys, but I feel like I settled on probably the best center is going to be Galaxy Nate Thurman. I was thinking like Chris Kaman. Yeah, I think he's from T2 Offline. I know he's a pretty good option as well. I was thinking Oluwaseyi, who I might switch to. I'm not sure who's better at the center position between Oluwaseyi and Nate Thurman, because Oluwaseyi is a very good center, but I think I might like, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm gonna go Oluwaseyi. I think so, right? I'm not sure who to go with at that center position off the bench. You guys can let me know. Would you guys go Oluwaseyi or would you guys go Nate Thurman? I think both are really good options, or maybe even Chris Kaman as well. I think all three of those guys could definitely play center and have a big role. So I'll just throw Oluwaseyi here at the end of the bench and Chris Kaman as well, because once again, those are really good options to run at the center position. And then just to throw one more guy, I want to include Corey Brewer on the squad because he is such an elite shooting guard, being 6'9" and a very good defender. So I wanted to include him on the squad, just kind of at that 13th man role. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my best possible free team, and let me know what cards you guys have from this free team. Do you guys have Danny Ferry, Purvis Ellison, Mike Bantam, Billy Knight? Which one of those RNG cards do you have? Have you guys been grinding for Pete Maravich? Did you guys get Kevin Garnett? Let me know all the type of stuff in the comment section down below. But hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.